Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. It's your girl Fee on YouTube. Listen, I'm off today, so I'm relaxing, trying to give me some rest. But something came across my mind. First of all, y'all know, I gotta give a shout out to the Lord for keeping me today. We enter into a new month. If we are alive to see it, it's only thanks to God. Point blank. Period. Y'all know it's the Pro Boss Pro Jesus 11 channel, and I gotta get on here and just give a shout out to my Lord and Savior before I get started. That's just something I do over here, point blank, period. You can go back on my other videos, older ones, and see why I do it. And it's not that I'm trying to enforce or force anything on you. It's just that that's just what I do over here. That's my idea of an intro, okay? But listen, something was on my mind, and I was thinking how, like, Kid Austin kind of seemingly want to double back and see if he could get that fight with Shakur now. And y'all, let me tell y'all something. The way they carried him and his pappy, talking about he had his masseuse, had Shakur masseuse poison him and make him sick, and somebody broke into their Airbnb, somebody broke into their cars, like all of this really sick, delusional stuff that they pulled on Shakur. And Shakur was saying, I hope they don't back out. They did end up backing out of the fight. Kid Austin and his dad, they backed out of the fight. And the games that they played and the way they tried to make Shakur look bad, okay? I personally don't think Shakur should double back and give him that chance. Period. I ain't never seen no like that in my life. First of all, the way the boxing dads in general carry on, the way that they carry and humiliate their sons, right, with this bad behavior, with going at each other and stuff like that. I don't like that look at all. And then the way these fathers seem to intervene in their sons' careers, that doesn't look good either. But I personally believe that a lot of that nonsense that the Schofields pulled on Shakur was mostly the daddy's idea, the pappy's idea to do that. And to try to make Shakur look like this gangster, I guess because he's connected to Jay Prince. You know what I'm saying? But Jay Prince is a businessman. So, and this is a businessman. And all of that crap, all of that nonsense that they pulled, it was very unprofessional. I don't see how people are even working with them the way they carry. But Kid Austin is talented, so I get why, Golden Boy. And plus, look at who runs Golden Boy. Goddamn, De La Hoya. And we all know he, you know what's up with him. So I guess it makes sense that he continues to carry with them. But Shakur should not give him another chance. Let Kid also see if he could get a fight, with Tank. Let Kid also see if he could get a fight with Devin Haney. Let Kid also see if he could get a fight with Frank Martin. Let him see if he could get a fight with Keyshawn Davis. Let him see if he could get a fight with Brian Norman Jr. Sometime in the future after Brian Norman Jr. fight Devin Haney. Let him see if he could get a fight with who else is out there? With Ryan Garcia. Let him see if he could get a fight with one of them dudes. Shakur, you don't get another chance. Let him see if he could get a fight with Nair. Let us see if he could get a fight with what's his name? He got the Muslim name. I can't think of his name. Carried himself real well. He just recently Abdullah Mason. Let's see if he could get a fight with him. One of those guys. We don't want to see you fight Shakur no more, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That was tacky with y'all pull. You don't deserve another shot with that boy. You know what I'm saying? We good on that. Kid Austin, move on, move around. Fight one of them guys. And then maybe if you and your dad get your mind right towards y'all, energy towards Shakur, then we could double back. Because y'all know y'all can't pull no shit like that no more, right? That was like a once in a lifetime thing. You pull that on some other fighters with some sense, they can. That is a reason to sue. When you start talking about I poisoned you, I broke into your Airbnb, I broke into your cars and all this, I put you in the hospital, that's a reason to sue. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that right there for sure. Um, yeah, so I would be with that. I would support that 100%. You don't do no shit like that. You don't make me look bad in the sport the way they try to do Shakur. That was very, just But yeah. Also, this Tank Davis and this Lamont Roach rematch, y'all. I don't know if it's looking like Lamont Roach just did an interview. He said he don't think it's that Tank is scared, but he is like does have a fear of being embarrassed again. You know what I'm saying, and not being able to pull off the victory. And I don't blame Tank. Lamont Roach did get in that ring and basically frustrate if he didn't do anything else with Tank, he frustrated the shit out of Tank because Tank realized he wasn't gonna get the knockout and he almost gave up at one point, which is why he got on his knees and shit. Why he took a knee. Then he realized, oh wait, I don't want to do that either. That's what I feel like happened in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe nothing was in his eye, nothing like that. As far as him getting his face wiped on the towel, I don't know what was in the towel. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no telling. Yeah, he don't want to get embarrassed. I don't think Tank want to make that fight. I think Tank going to make an excuse to move around and fight somebody else. Tank talking about fighting a man outside of the ring and he going to the man's son's school, and he a real street nigga, calling Lamont Roach a B word and putting a man address online and all that, trying to act like he a real gangster. Tank, first of all, you ain't no real gangster, nigga. We don't believe you, nigga. You got all your money through boxing. You a boxer, you're an athlete, you a career nigga. You know what I'm saying? All that trying to act like you a street nigga. You a Lamont Roach ain't got no street beef, no real beef. That man ain't did your family nothing. That man ain't stole no pack from you or nothing like that. You ain't out here hustling. You ain't out here. You been in this box since a little boy with Calvin Ford. Did you run into some niggas and was surrounded around something? Yeah, but was you yourself one? At best, you was just beating niggas up maybe. Might have stole some candy out the candy store or something like that. But Calvin Ford kept you safe, kept you close, nigga. So while you be around here trying to act like you a street nigga, and y'all be around here condoning that stuff, y'all dummies around here condoning that bad attitude and that bad character that Tank is showing. He ain't no real sportsman. He should retire. I'm sick of him. I don't want to see Tank no more. I'm good on Tank. I do want to see Lamont Roach get back in the ring with him, and I hope Lamont Roach win. I'm done with Tank. Because the way he carry and put that man to dress out and try to make it like it's some type of street beef and talk about, yeah, I'll beat you up outside the ring, I'll do this to you outside of the ring, like all that extra like he got a real beef with Lamont. Lamont ain't did nothing to you, nigga. What you so mad at him for? You know what I'm saying? You ain't no real, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's you ghetto hood boogers fault that he like that. Cause y'all don't eat a lot of these what they call them, I'm just calling them secondhand boxing fans who ain't really legit in this shit. They just started watching it just cause they thought he was just so hood and we going back a street nigga. You type that ignorant stuff promoted this man and got him to where he at. Us seasoned like boxing watchers, we ain't care nothing about none of that. We cared because he looked like he was an up and coming young bull who had a little skill. But now it's like the real ones in this sport that watch this really watched our hands on, because look how he carried. So I'm straight on Tank. You know what I'm saying? I hope that we do get the second fight. But if we don't, Lamont Roach, go ahead and move around and fight somebody else, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Move around and see if you could make your name great through somebody else. You already, to be honest, done did it through Tank anyway. A lot of people felt like you won. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all on that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I've seen a lot of y'all comments as far as Brian Norman Jr. fighting Devin Haney. Listen, if anything, we know what's going to be good about that, y'all, is going to be the pressers, the press conferences. Them daddies going to show out and do the most. You know, they already been humiliating themselves and secondhand embarrassing their sons, arguing on the internet, talking about each other's parents and shit like a bunch of goddamn idiots. So we know that's going to be lit. We know that's lit already. The pressers for sure. I do have Brian Norman Jr. for the most part winning a fight, but you know, he going to have to catch Devin. Like I said, Devin needs to go train over there with them Eastern Europeans. You know what I'm saying? he need to switch up his whole boxing style. Like, he need to start now. He don't even need to wait. If you getting in there with somebody like Brian Norman Jr., you know, he's pretty dangerous for the most part. But Devin Haney is no fool. And you know, I'm hoping that he's gonna properly prepare himself. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, what else do I got? Jake Paul beat Chavez or whatever. Go figure. The one thing I can say about Jake Paul, he's daring to be great. I don't watch none of his fights because I just, for some reason, I can't. Maybe I'll get over it and start. But he's daring to be great. So we're going to see what's up with him. I believe he was calling out Wilder and Anthony Joshua. So I really would like to see him getting there with Anthony Joshua for sure. I don't think he really wants to smoke with Anthony Joshua. I can see him getting in a ring with Wilder. I can see him getting in a ring with Wilder. But if he get caught with Wilder, you know what I'm saying, that left hand, then it's rockabye baby. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. We gonna see though. We gonna see what's up. Anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think. Do y'all think Shakur should give Kid Austin another chance at a fight after everything they try to pull on Shakur? Who y'all think, if he don't do Shakur, who y'all think Kid Austin should fight next? And who you think that Jake Paul should fight next? Who you think would be a better fight to watch? Him and Wilder or him and Anthony Joshua? Y'all comment below and let me know what y'all think. Peace.